reading from Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, text 58. Translation. If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditional life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness, but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost. Purport. A person in full Krishna consciousness is not unduly anxious to execute the duties of his existence. The foolish cannot understand this great freedom from all anxiety. For one who acts in Krishna consciousness, Lord Krishna becomes the most intimate friend. He always looks after his friend's comfort, and he gives himself to his friend, who is so devotedly engaged, working 24 hours a day to please the Lord. And he gives himself to his friend. Himself to his friend, who is so devotedly engaged, working 24 hours a day to please the Lord. Therefore, no one should be carried away by the false ego of the bodily concept of life. One should not falsely think himself independent of the laws of material nature or free to act. He is already under strict material laws. But as soon as he acts in Krishna consciousness, he is liberated, free from the material perplexities. One should note very carefully that one who is not active in Krishna consciousness is losing himself in the material whirlpool, in the ocean of birth and death. No conditioned soul actually knows what is to be done and what is not to be done. But a person who acts in Krishna consciousness is free to act because everything is prompted by Krishna from within and confirmed by the spiritual master. Translation again. If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditional life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost.
Nasasyasi vinankyasi mad prasadat mad chitta sarvadurgani mad prasadat tarisyasi atha chettam ahankarat nasrasyasi vinankyasi. Krishna says here, it is towards the last part of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says to Arjuna that Matchitta sarvadurgani mat prasadat tarisyasi, you see. That means one who develops Krishna consciousness, he can overcome all sorts of dangers. She will have no anxiety in this material world, which is filled with anxiety and danger at every step. Padipadi vipadam. Stated, Padipadi vipadam. At every step there is danger in this material world. All persons are always in a fearful state. Do you understand? Always they are in a fearful state. They are in anxiety. This is the nature of this material existence, material platform. So Krishna says here, Matchitta sarvadurgani mat prasadat tarisyasi. O Arjuna, if you develop Krishna consciousness, or you'll become fully or completely Krishna conscious, you can overcome all dangers and anxieties here, material world, out of my mercy. Mat prasadat tarishesi. You will get my mercy, thereby you will cross over this dreadful ocean of material existence. You will be free from all sorts of anxiety, and there will be no danger for you. You will be fully protected by me. You understand? Because one who develops complete, 100% Krishna consciousness, fully Krishna conscious, and becomes completely Krishna conscious, Krishna becomes his friend. Krishna says that thing. Srudam sarvabhutanam. I am the only well-wishing friend of all living entities. Elsewhere in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, Samang sarvabhutesu name drishyasti nam priya kintu je bhajanti tumang bhaktya te suchaham te mayi. You understand? I am impartial to one and all. You understand? Name dosyosti no priya. I am equal to one and all. Nobody is dear to me. Nobody is inimical to me. Do you understand? Dasyasti na priya. I am not dear to anybody. I am not inimical to anybody. Krishna says. Name dasyasti na priya. Kintu je bhajanti tumam bhaktya. Te mai te susapyahum. Do you understand? But those who adopt this devotional service in their life towards me, though, in other words, those who do bhajan of mine, my bhajan, do you understand? Or in other words, in better explanation, we must say, those who render loving transcendental service unto me, they are very dear to me. Do you understand? I am there. They are in me, I am in them. Do you understand? That means, though Krishna is equal to one and all, Krishna is impartial. Krishna has no partiality. He says, Samang sarvabhutesu. To all the living entities I am equal, I am impartial, because all are his part and parcels. You understand, all the living entities. But, je bhajanti tumam bhaktya, those who become my devotee, those who render loving transcendental service unto me, those who, in other words, those who do bhajan of mine, do you understand? They are in me, I am in them. That means Krishna has partiality towards his devotees. Though Krishna is impartial, do you understand? Though Krishna is impartial, still he is partial to his devotees. That he says. This is most significant. He is very dear to his devotees. Devotees are very dear to Krishna. Na tadhame priyatama atma jonir, na sankara, na sankarsana, na srir, naivatma, jatha bhavan. Krishna says this thing to Uddhava. It is in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Do you understand? He says to Uddhava, Uddhava, you are so dear to me that Brahma, Swayambhu, do you understand? Atmajoni. The Brahma is not so dear to me. Do you understand? Uddhava, Brahma is not so dear to me. Neither Brahma nor Lord Shiva is dear to me. Huh? Neither Sri Lakshmi Devi, goddess of virtue, is dear to me, nor I myself, Naivatma. Do you understand? Neither Sankarsana, you see, Lord Baladev, you see, Atmajoni, no Sankara, Sankarsana, no Sri, Naivatma. Even myself, I myself is not so dear to me as you are dear to me. Do you understand? So devotee is so dear. Devotee is so dear to Krishna. And Krishna is so much affectionate towards his devotees. Here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, one develops fully complete Krishna consciousness, becomes wholly Krishna conscious. In other words, one becomes a completely surrendered soul unto Krishna, this lotus feet of Krishna. He becomes so dear to Krishna. Krishna becomes his most intimate friend, Shrudam Sarvabhutanam. But still, Krishna, though impartial, still he is partial to his devotees. Do you understand? That Krishna says. He becomes a very intimate friend of such surrendered soul, devotee. You understand? And he takes all care of the devotees. He takes the full responsibility of the protection, maintenance, everything of the devotee. Do you understand? So, a devotee will never be in anxiety in any circumstances. One who has completely taken shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. Astro raive jai, tar tume uddharive na, pratigya tomar yehi. You understand? Krishna has promised this thing. Kaunteya pratijani nami bhakta pranashyati. He tells Arjuna. Arjuna is a very dear devotee of Krishna, you see. You propagate this thing. You declare this thing boldly. My devotee will never perish. I will protect him. Kaunteya pratijani name bhakta pranasati. Do you understand? So through Arjuna he has proclaimed this thing. So he cannot break it. If a devotee says, Krishna cannot break it. Do you understand? So pratigyan tomarai, asrolo ibajai, tarit me uddhari venath. O Lord, this is your promise. You have promised that one who will take shelter of your lotus feet, you give all protection to him. He is completely protected. Do you understand? He will never perish. He will never perish. So he has no anxiety. He has no anxiety. He is free from all anxiety, all danger also. Do you understand? In Srimad Bhagavatam it is also said, Janya Rabindakhya Vimuktamane Stuyosthavava Visuddha Buddhaya Arvya Krushrena Parampadam Tata Padantyodha Anadita Smudangraya. So, He Madhava Na Tavaka Koschit Prasyanti. The next verse says, do you understand? The 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Those are not devotees. Those are non-devotees. Those are mental speculators. Those who are jnanis, Those who want to merge in the impersonal Brahman effulgence, they undergo very severe penance and austerities. And some of them go up to that Brahman effulgence, and from that point they fall down here again in this material existence, because anadrita, because they have not accepted your lotus feet as the shelter. So they fall down. But Madhava, Tavaka, no kochit prasyanti, O Lord, those who are taken shelter at your lotus feet, those who are very dear devotees, they never fall down at any circumstances. You understand? They are always protected. You understand? If by chance, unconsciously, they commit some sin, you see, sinful activity, still Krishna excuses them. You understand? They will never commit any sinful activity because they have developed fully developed complete Krishna consciousness. You understand? They are fully surrendered. They have taken complete shelter, full shelter, at the lotus feet of Krishna. So Krishna is always giving them protection. If by chance, अज्ञाने हो यदि पाप उपस्थित कृष्ण तार के मा करे ना करे प्रायश्चित. Unconsciously they commit any sinful activity, still Krishna excuses them. You understand? They shouldn't have to undergo any atonement for that. You understand? Krishna excuses them. You understand? So, because they are so dear to Krishna, and Krishna always gives them protection. Do you understand? This has been said. Mat chitta sarva durgani mat prasadat tarishyasi atha chet ahankarat nasrasyasi vinakhyasi. You see? Oh Arjuna, by my mercy, you can overcome all sorts of dangers and you will be free from all sorts of anxieties if you will be fully Krishna conscious. Do you understand? If ahankarat, apicit ahankarat nasrasyasi vinakhyasi. If you, by out of this false ego, do you understand? Ahankara, not listen to me. If you won't listen to me, whatever I say, tell you, you won't listen to me, vinakhyasi, you will perish. Do you understand? You will perish. That means, Krishna says that, because I am your well-wisher, friend, intimate, friend, I am your protector, I am your maintainer, I am everything. I am spiritual master, Guru. Krishna, Arjuna has accepted Krishna. Sishyateham sadhimang tam, second chapter, you see. So, Krishna says, Pichat ahankarat nasrasyasi vinakhyasi. If by developing false egoism, if you don't listen to me, you will perish. You will perish. Do you understand? So, a disciple, here Krishna is Guru, preceptor, spiritual master, and Arjuna is disciple. The disciple's duty is to listen to Guru. What Guru says, disciples should do. Accept it as it is. and should follow that Guru's direction and order. Thereby, disciple will get all spiritual benefit and make advancement in the spiritual path. Eventually, or at end, he can approach Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is the supreme perfection of his life. You understand? And if the disciple, out of ignorance or out of this false pride or egoism, don't listen to the spiritual master, he must perish. He will welcome all sorts of dangers in this material world. Then say, welcome all sorts of dangers, because this material world is full of dangers at every step. So Guru is there. Guru is the bona fide representative of the Lord. And Shastra Guru Atma Rupe, Apna ki janan, Krishna mor pravutrata jivir hoigya. It is stated how Krishna speaks. Krishna speaks to Shastra, Krishna speaks to Guru, and Krishna speaks always there, prompts always there as super soul in the heart of the soul, who is a friend of soul, always sitting with the soul as super soul in the heart. Do you understand? So in this way, Krishna speaks to soul. Do you understand? Shastra Guru Atma Rupe Apna ke janan Krishna mor pravutrata jivere jnana. Then a conditioned soul can understand that Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is my protector, is my deliverer. Do you understand? Otherwise, a conditioned soul cannot understand this thing. So Krishna in these ways, through Shastra, through Guru, the bona fide representative, and in Paramatma form, speaks always. Yes, therefore it says, Nasrasyasi vinankyasi. If the disciple will never listen to Krishna or his bona fide representative, Guru, he must welcome all sorts of dangers in this material world and ultimately he will perish. Vinakhyasi. You understand? Therefore, Krishna here tells Arjuna to listen to him, what he says, and that will be beneficial from all respects. That will be beneficial for him for all respects, both material and spiritual. You understand? If there is spiritual benefit, automatically all material benefit will also come. Because Krishna awards everything. You understand? Krishna is the ultimate sanctioning authority, Anumanta. So, if someone becomes very dear to Krishna, becomes a dear devotee of Krishna, and follows Krishna's instructions imparted to him through Guru, is a bona fide representative, he is assured all benefits. You understand?